to always trust in God and emulate Mother of Mary. Speaking in his homily during New Year Mass at the Cathedral of Christ, the King, today, Bishop Uri urged the Christians to turn to God in prayer. And in his New Year's message, Bishop Uri implored the faithful to preserve the peace the country has enjoyed over the years as the election period draws closer. The chief shepherd also encouraged Christians to continue adhering to COVID-19 public health guidelines. Kitwe Teaching Hospital Senior Medical Superintendent Abdan Chansa has reminded expectant mothers to always seek antenatal services as the hospital records 2 premature babies out of the 4 born on New Year's Day. Speaking soon after Kitwe Deputy Mayor Chando Mbao presented hampers to the newly born babies, Dr. Chansa said as at 10 hours today, the hospital recorded 4 New Year baby girls, of which 2 were premature. Dr. Chansa, however, said the condition of the premature babies was stable.
$1.5 kg and 1.6 kg. In the first baby, the mother, we hadn't established the cause of why she delivered preterm. Then the last one, the one who was born at 0605 hours, whose baby is 1.6 kg, has malaria. You may wish to note that any infection can precipitate labor. And that's why we insist on mothers are taking antenatal clinics so that we get a history each time they visit the hospital, and then we examine them. And if there is anything that can threaten the pregnancy, not going to tell, we try and treat that which we can identify and treat. But what you may wish to note is that the condition of the babies is not critical. These are babies that we think in the next 24 to 48 hours should return to their mothers, so that the mothers can continue taking care of them through what we call the kangaroo method. The heat from the mother is going to sustain them, the bonding between the mother and the baby, and they start breastfeeding from the breast rather than feeding through the cup.
And Kitwe Deputy Mayor Chando Mbao has hailed the medical personnel at Kitwe Teaching Hospital for the services they have continued to render to the people.
I want to wish Happy New Year to all the residents of Kitwe, and want to assure our residents that we as their council, we are there to serve them better. And once again, we are proud of the work that you are doing. Today is New Year's Day, and God has blessed the city of Kitwe through Central Hospital with 4 babies this morning. And we just want to thank the nurses that have worked throughout the night to make sure that the babies are born without any complications. And as we do the presentation of the gifts, we just want to wish the mothers good health, the babies good health, and that these girls who have been born today will one day lead our nation. These are future leaders of our nation.
And mothers of the New Year born babies shared their joy with Radio Chingu News in an interview.
Mwana wa 2021 nomba ndetotera balesa bantu ishachelekera nomba ningufa bwino era batanga tompendesana bachimpokerera omutendero nafikire napapapa kwanzi nachipapa omutende not expecting a baby girl finally. It's a blessing.
Well, congratulations to the mothers. Meanwhile, Dr. Chansa has revealed that the hospital recorded 24 assaults, 4 GBV cases, 2 dog bites, and 3 brought in dead between 06 hours of 31st December 2020 and 06 hours of 1st January 2021.
to 06 hours today, the 1st of January 2021, we have a total of 32 police cases. 24 are assaults, 4 of them being gender-based violence, 2 are dog bites, 3 are road traffic accidents, then 3 are brought in dead. Of these cases, 1 is admitted to Zambezi, and the PID cases are coming from 1 Sakile, 1 Zamtan, 1 Chimwemwe. The one who is coming from Chimwemwe is regrettably a 6-month-old child. The one from Zamtan is 36 years old male, and the one from Sakile is female, 76. As per the protocol, in this COVID era, all these have been swabbed for COVID-19.
Now that the election year is finally here, pre-political campaigns will intensify in various parts of the country as those vying for political office continue to position themselves. In Kitwe's Nkana constituency, a PF aspiring candidate, Poch Sunka, has launched the Women Empowerment Chicken Project to help enhance food production at household level in Miseshi. Mr. Sunka, who advised the recipients of the empowerment to put it to good use, added that the project will also create employment through the selling of eggs.
Is to empower the women and the youth, because we believe when we empower the women, nchiwasunge namayo ngachakola nti akwata amakala fwaye chakuja nokulita chakuja patepo nchi buyankanshi buleya pantanshi. So ngafina na mulaye we shall walk the talk. Twasa mukuchita launch the program yama free range chicken. Ishinko koshi shakusana ko neshishalo ishini shisha musi. Ishinko koshi itsemane spina ungasha mbokubikira mani. Shikala bikira fye months and months. Shikala bikira fye mulesenza ko fya mani mulesti. Mpaka shitese ikontana shumteze shitisha. Namweza kushitisha nishishimbi nacho shireisa shirekula. So then mulomboko twita kaneva nilefwe. The project twitwale pantanshi.
And the women who received the chickens, feedstock and sprays, among other materials, commended Mr. Sunka for the empowerment initiative.
Tukalato tuesha so nishibana mali tuwe pato buyantanshi ngashafula febe nishakula tuwashitisha na mali bonse kisishi kwali tuleta shasana kwa miseshi umani mkwai tuleta otela fya pakalamba fyo kutsibeka bakatwalirire fibeka leka batwalirire fye kula tu kushako fine muri yini style afatu fa fyo buyantanshi ashpa kutinishu kuchushu wache panako efwa ufye mkula lomba shokula mkula kisesha ndefwa vye chemote na ikwatiro fya lechita ishaba tutsakali shibaona ndikubashita mwanzini epashifa kuleka panatu ishwadwana mamula munani kana museshi tato wakachule.
And meanwhile, Socialist Party Chimwemwe constituency aspiring candidate Stephen Chewe says among the activities he has been doing is helping young people who are having challenges with acquiring education. Mr. Chewe said this when he featured on the Socialist Party program on Radio Chengalo yesterday.
The other one has 6 points. 6 points. I don't accept it to the university. But just the basic things that could be helpful this person to get there. Definitely, what are they doing? But I don't know why we just go to one company and say, okay, we'll take this one and get it 119 points. We start from there. Now, they want something to do. I'll find them, meet them, all of them. Ask them, how did they come up with that? Just to read that most of them, they're about 41. Within the constituency. Most of them, they're family members. But they've picked up that initiative. That is not for a leader to say, how do we help these people? So that they can better themselves. They are trying there what they can for their survival.
Meanwhile, National Democratic Congress NDC Ron Member of Parliament Joseph Chala says he will recontest the Ron parliamentary seat in this year's general elections. Mr. Chala has described his experience in office as challenging.
They failed to differentiate the role of MP, the role of the mayor, the role of the councillor, and the role of the DC. My intention is to contest next year, 2021, at the end of Parliament for one stories on the day. So we have NDC for life. So I'll still contest on NDC.
Okay.
And the member of Parliament for NDC, National Democratic Congress Party. And I'm so confident that I'll be adopted on NDC.
Now, as the festive period ignites, a clergyman in Kitwe has commended the police for their continued patrols to curtail criminal activities which become common during this period. Pastor Kensuila, founder of Lord of Hosts Embassy, observed that the move has brought sanity in communities. Featuring on Radio Channel's Point of Dialogue program yesterday, Pastor Suila urged Kitwe residents to continue supporting the police by reporting any criminal elements in their localities.
Instead of celebrating it out, their families, they are there to keep security. They are there to make sure that peace and order prevails, which is a very important thing that we should support them. Not this night you bring confusion and you give them a tough time. No, let us work with them and let us make sure that we keep peace and we behave in a very, very soft, harmonized manner.
Ndola's Mukulungwe ward Councillor Agnes Chomba has come under fire after residents rose against her. Members of the public and other stakeholders have accused Councillor Chomba of abusing her position and allegedly illegally allocating land. Ndola Mayor Emon Senga says he is in receipt of the complaint letter and that he has written to Councillor Agnes Chomba in order to get her views and chart the best way forward. According to the statement issued by Ndola City Council Public Relations Manager Rebecca Mshota, the mayor has since assured stakeholders that the matter is being attended to. On a sad note, a renowned marriage councillor Edmond Msenge has died. Son to the deceased Michael Msenge and PF Kitwe District Secretary Lungo Kawaya told Radio Channel News in separate interviews that Mr. Msenge, 77, died around 23 hours last night at Kitwe Teaching Hospital. He was known for the production of Insaka Shafupo program on Radio Chengelo. Mr. Msenge once served as Volangilo Ward Councillor under the PF government. Funeral gathering is at house number 389 Volangilo in Kitwe. Let's take you back to one of the programs I used to present Insaka Shafupo program right here on Radio Chengelo.
Mwevantu vamfumuntu veikubile pauli amfumu Yesu Kristu onsoka amatamba achigiro lefikapo tokuleeta omufumo okutira tuleetira emifumo ibe neno kabiri mupale emifumo erimuleka bya mufuko fino nene muntu wenu aigonzala museki kikulu mpundu nabula na kabiri pakutola nshaya mwepoto mwaikusha Insaka ekyo lero kuno kushikula ndio kwateshuko anakulu mpundu tunabo anakuruka era nabo Sofia Chikoti tuli nabo ukai tuli n'obubasha bwakuttakisire bashikulu bakipampa kasi balendwala kitafyonza mukaifumu namba pepo y'emufyotwero ngokati ikire kime twarombere ko panpinto yabakwatira tampokula.
The soul of the departed rest in eternal peace. In sport, former Nkana captain Walter Bwalia is excited to join Egyptian giants Al Ahly on a 4-year contract. Striker Bwalia yesterday joined Al Ahly from another Egyptian side, El Ghana. Speaking to the club media, the former FAZ Super Division top scorer said he was pleased to join Al Ahly. Walter Bwalia made his name at Forest Rangers before joining Nkana. This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Chengelo with compliments of Moose Milling and Zambia Catholic University. international news as monitored from the BBC. New Year celebrations around the world have been muted as many countries struggle to curb new spikes in coronavirus cases. Fireworks displays and other public gatherings were cancelled from Sydney to New York. Festivities were particularly restricted in Europe amid fears over a more contagious variant of the virus. France mobilized 100,000 police to break up New Year's Eve parties and enforce a nighttime curfew. And finally, a new era has begun for the United Kingdom after it completed its formal separation from the European Union. The UK stopped following EU rules at 2300 GMT as replacement arrangements for travel, trade, immigration and security cooperation came into force. Boris Johnson said the UK had freedom in our hands and the ability to do things differently and better now the long Brexit process was over. But opponents of leaving the EU maintain the country will be worse off. Scottish First Prime Minister Nicola Sturgeon, whose ambition is to take an independent Scotland back into the EU, tweeted, "Scotland will be back soon." On that note, we end this afternoon's main news on Radio Chingalo. Before we go, we give you the weather update for the period 31st December 2020 to 4th January 2021. All areas will be cloudy with morning rains, while the afternoon will be mostly cloudy with rains and thunder. The nights will be mainly cloudy with rains and thunder. Heavy falls expected over Copperbelt, Luapula, Central, Southern and Eastern provinces, produced by the Ministry of Transport and Communications. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page, log on to Facebook and like the Radio Chingalo page and link to radiochingalo.radio12345.com. You can as well listen to Radio Chingalo on Radio Garden and also on YouTube. COVID-19 is still real, therefore wear a mask when in public, avoid large groups and maintain social distance, avoid unnecessary movements, so wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Kennedy Mbero Jr. Have yourself a lovely Friday afternoon.